Hey, good afternoon, everybody. How is everything today? This is Friday, and here again for another Friday Night Treats with Tina. Yes, indeed. I'm going to try to make this one a nice, quick one today. So I had the taste for some key lime and some cheesecake. So, let's try this key lime cheesecake thing. I think I really like this a lot. And it's a no-bake cheesecake, which is very, very simple. And I love the crust. I think some of you may have seen me make this crust before in the past when I made a regular no-crust cheesecake and everything. So, yes, just want to say welcome. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for commenting, sharing, liking, giving me the hearts, and all of that stuff. Thank you, thank you. I really love that. And also, please subscribe to my channels, the Instagram, YouTube, all of that stuff, my Facebook. That would really, really, really help me a lot. And I could better serve and help you all a lot. For those of you that are on this improving your health journey. Sometimes I don't like to always say weight loss, but just say improving your health journey. Yes, indeed. Thank you. So today we're going to make this no-bake keto key lime cheesecake. I even bought the key lime juice and everything. So what I want to start with, and this crust is really easy to make. You don't have to bake it or anything. There's no eggs or anything like that in it at all. So I'm going to take 2 cups of this almond flour. Pretty soon, almond flour will be just a treat because at the grocery store. Or I'm just going to start getting it from online instead, you know. But it's still cheaper than going out and purchasing it. It's better you get more and you're making it yourself. So you got to look at it like that too. So I'm using my almond flour. Lay this to the side. I'm going to melt a little bit of butter, about 6 tablespoons of butter I'm going to melt here. Go ahead and throw this in the microwave right quick. It don't have to be an even or an exact measurement or anything. If anything, it just tastes more buttery. You can't never make a mistake, but don't put a whole stick because it might not come out, it might not set well. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. It's already at sort of room temperature. And I'm going to cut it up a little bit because I don't want it to pop in the microwave. You know, sometimes you put butter and stuff in the microwave. Even if it's room temperature, it'll start to pop. So just split it up here and there, you know. And this wouldn't take but maybe a couple of seconds. Let me put this in here. I literally put it in under a minute because you don't even need that much time, especially since it's already set at room temperature. I'm going to lay this on the side. Real simple and real easy. And another trick when you're making stuff like this, you want your flavors to be evenly distributed. I'm going to show you something else. See, this is already melted for the most part, as you can see here. I'm going to go ahead and take vanilla extract. I actually have French vanilla. Like I said, I always encourage you all to play with your flavors. It's okay. Put about a teaspoon in there. I'm going to mix it around a little bit. And that's a way to evenly distribute your flavorings in your extract so you just won't end up biting into one section that's all flavoring and everything. So you can just go ahead and mix that in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my sweetener. Put this on the side. And I'm going to add some cinnamon. I'm only going to use like a 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. Not a whole lot. Just a little bit. I'm looking at this. Maybe a teaspoon, a full teaspoon to give it that graham cracker-like flavor, so you feel like you're eating graham cracker. And then you can vary that, depends on your liking and depends on your taste and everything, which is fine. And then the next thing, I love using, I like my brown keto-friendly sweetener along with my white keto-friendly sweetener. So I like to combine them together, and I want to grind them up. Doing all this technical stuff by myself, it gets interesting sometimes. Almost dropped my cord there. We can't have that. I'm going to take about a tablespoon of the brown. And then I'm going to take some of the regular, about a tablespoon of the regular granulated keto sweetener. And I want to go ahead and mix this. Let me put a little bit of salt in here before I forget. And this is like 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. Salt is always good to bring out the sweetness in your desserts. Even if you're making regular desserts, it still brings out the sweetness. I'm going to go ahead and grind this up, this sweetener up. And if you do this, grinding that sweetener up a little bit so I can add this to this mixture. Yes, you can purchase powdered keto-friendly sweetener. I have some right here that I'm saving to use for the filling, the cheesecake filling itself. So let's go ahead and do this. You know me, I like to really cook so you can really get an idea. See how this smokes up and everything? Isn't that interesting? But it smells so good. I don't have everything all pretty. So this is about 4, put this one aside. This is about definitely 4 tablespoons of sweetener that I have mixed here together. So I'm going to mix all my ingredients. It's going to be kind of fluffy. It's not going to be wet. And it may even feel like you don't have enough butter, but you do. Hey, Instagram family, I see you out here. You waved at me, so I'm waving at you. Thank you for following me and looking and all of that stuff. Yes. I think one of you had a question about what's the difference between keto carnivore. Well, some people fluctuate between the two. That's what I do. Some of you already know that I lost like 100 pounds. But it's taken me time, years. I'm not like one of those people that have lost it in a matter of a few months. That didn't happen for me, not at all. And if I can be a motivational factor or inspiration to any of you out there that you might be like me, it's going to take time. So don't give up, don't get frustrated. But I like to fluctuate between both. Starting off, of course, everybody did the low carb thing, which is kind of basically keto, but keto involves more macros, which is your fats, and so does maybe carnivore. Carnivore is mostly you eating your meats, your meat varieties, and your fats. The fattiest good meat, and you're also eating the organ meats and making sure you're getting enough fat, which you still need to do that too with keto, and make sure you're getting your butters, your tallow, your pork fat, and all of that stuff. You don't necessarily have to do the plant-based fats, which really aren't that great for you. And olive oil and some canola oil can be a little tricky because they're starting to add other filler oils to those things, which are not keto-friendly at all. So I'm going to go ahead and add this crust to this pan. I put a piece of not parchment paper, but wax paper. Put this at the bottom and see how this wax paper works. And this is something that you want to make that will set up overnight, They say it's good to, make it at least 8 hours before whatever you're going to be doing and everything, which is fine. But you want to make sure it's set. So we're going to make this crust. I'm going to flatten it in this pan. Very easy to do. fun for the kids. I'm using, of course, you all know me, my little spatulas. Oh yeah, and with keto, you know, you're still eating some cruciferous vegetables, some berries, and of course the same applies with your variety of meats, and make sure you're eating enough fat. Sometimes we have to remember we've been so brainwashed to think that we had to lower or watch the fat when we consume when we're trying to lose weight or improve our health. But actually, if you're following keto or carnivore, it's the opposite. You need to make sure you get your macros or your fat grams in every day, because your cells in your body need that to reproduce and to age you backwards and all of that stuff. Of course, we still age, you know, not claiming anything, but God, you feel so much better. Even people that have other health issues and concerns, you know, inflammation, arthritis, they feel better when they follow this lifestyle. Yes, you can't get cartilage back or some bone loss back, but my goodness, you'll feel so much better whether you lose weight or not. So here's what the crust look like. I already patted this down. I'm going to put this on the side. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pull this stuff over here, my blender. I'm going to plug this baby up. I've had this blender for years. I love it. I think it's over 25 years old, actually. My KitchenAid. Love them, love them. You're going to take two 8-ounce packs of cream cheese. Make sure it's room temperature. I almost forgot that this morning. But it's still okay. I'm going to put this in here. Hold this again. And y'all know me, I like to make sure I don't waste any money. Food is expensive now. Go ahead and put that in there like that. Lay this on the side. Let me open up my other pack. This is so easy. Talk about a nice little treat. Oh, and sometimes I'm an advocate of sometimes tricking your body. Sometimes if you do something too long, your body gets used to it. That applies also for working out and exercising. Sometimes switch up between carnivore, keto, or even low carb. Depends on you. What works for you. Because see, I'm using this almond flour. Using this almond flour is basically what they call dirty keto. And also carnivores don't really use the almond flour at all. No. So next thing, I'm going to have a cup of heavy whipping cream. And I want to make sure I put this right back in the refrigerator. This is still dairy, a milky dairy. Let me put this in the fridge. Just did that. See, I got it filled to the brim. Go ahead and put that in. And if you want to, this doesn't really have to be key lime. You can make this a regular no-bake cheesecake. Put some more vanilla extract and maybe put a little bit of, like a tablespoon or less of lemon juice. You can add powdered chocolate if you want. It doesn't have to be just this recipe. And what I like to do is just to show people how they can just navigate and just play with what helps you. So I have this cute little grater here. I want to get me a little bit of zest, lime zest. So I'm zesting this lime a little bit. I'm not measuring. I'm actually going by smell. First of all, I love the smell of limes, and I'm sure many of you too do also. Try not to get when it gets to the white part. That's when it gets a little bitter. So I'm just zesting this lime in. I think that's plenty. And I'm going to add some more of this French vanilla extract. How about that? 1, and put 2 teaspoons of this in here, which is basically 2 topfuls. That's all I'm adding. And I have the powdered sweetener. I'm going to need 2/3 cup. You can make it a little sweeter if you want. Not 2/3, I'm putting in 3/4. Sorry about that. And it doesn't have to be an exact even measurement, as long as you got it. This is actually about a cup, so I'm putting it in. See, don't feel like you have to be all exact and precise. You don't need to be. And I'm going to take some of this key lime juice. I'm going to shake it up. And once you open this, this needs to be refrigerated also. I'll lay this on the side. I'm going to use like 5.5 or 6 tablespoons of this key lime juice. This is 2, 3, 4, and 5. Ooh, kind of spilling some. Add a little bit more. Put this over here. Give me a paper towel. Clean up my mess. Oh, and it smells so good. It really do. Go ahead and spin this. Give this a spin. Getting some on me, but that's okay. Let this spin for about 5 minutes or so. It'll thicken up because remember, you have the softened cream cheese and you have the heavy whipping cream that has to thicken up. So let that spin real good, real good. Oh, and I forgot, I have to put some gelatin in it. That's about 2 teaspoons. Just put the gelatin in. Plus the gelatin is good for the hair and the nails and the skin. Not vegan gelatin. Regular, old-fashioned gelatin that's made from, I guess, pig gristle or whatever, which is actually good for you. Too bad it's been demonized, like it's something that you shouldn't want to consume, but yes, this is okay, this is good. You don't want the vegan one because they put so much stuff in it to make it vegan. It's really not good for your body. It's looking good. It's looking like an inside of a key lime pie. I'm going to give it a few seconds because this is mixing better than what I thought it would. Love that sound. Okay, let me lower this. Look at that. See? I'm going to put this on the side because you know I'm going to save this to chew on. I'm not ashamed. Let's take this. See that? You see that? Push this back over here. I'm going to take my crust and put this in here. These spatulas are great for stuff like that, you know? Watch me basically get every bit of it in here. Fills it up pretty good too. All right. Trying to stay within the wax paper, but that's okay. Smooth it down. Still plenty in here. See? Woo. More for me. Put more in here. I'm gonna lay this on the side. Let me get, look, my table's clean. Delicious. What I like about this recipe, and good thing I tasted that, you know, some key lime that you get, either it's overwhelmingly sweet or it's extremely limey. You know, real tart. This isn't. This has that lime taste, and it's not too sweet, and it's perfect on your palate. I'm going to go ahead and continue to smooth this down. Treat it like you're icing a cake. Put this over here. You see that? Isn't that lovely? So what I'm going to do is cover it and put this in the refrigerator. Going to let it set. Takes maybe like a good 8 hours. I'm saving this for tomorrow. But you know I have one already made. I'm going to show you that. Put this in the fridge right now. And here's the one that's already made. Oh, and it's so good. I wish you all were here. You know I would share with you. You know I have a reputation of feeding people and feeding people well. Yes, I am. Look at this. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to see that. See that? See, me and the family, we've already started eating on this. I even had a piece for breakfast. This is so delicious. I already have one here. I'm going to cut a piece. Yes, I'm getting another piece. So you all can see. It cuts easy. This one I have a piece of parchment paper at the bottom. So I'm kind of self-experimenting. And see that crust? See that? You can have it with or without whipped cream. Let me get the whipped cream. This is the supposed to be keto friendly. I think you all seen me with this before. It's okay. I wouldn't say it was keto friendly. It's basically they still use that the yellow sweetener. You know what I'm talking about. Can't wait till these companies realize that we're no longer using those sweeteners that you see in the restaurants anymore. We're using the monk fruit, the stevia, the erythritol, you know, the allulose. You know, I can't wait till they finally catch up. See, I cut me a nice little piece. And those of you that are new to me, you know, I'm going back and forth because I have two cameras. I'm working between my phone and my computer. Come on over. Let's see. And it's so smooth and just floats on your tongue. Excellent, excellent. And it's not, like I said, it's not overwhelmingly tart, and it's not overwhelmingly sweet. This is perfection. See that? This is absolutely delicious. Y'all know I'd share with you. If you got all your shots, come over. Perfection. Delicious. I'm going to, well, let you see that again. Like I said, me and the fam, we've already started chewing on it. It's actually delicious. I love it. I love it. And I'm sure you will too. You know, when you catch the replay and go ahead and look at this presentation, again, slow it down, write down the things that I've done, and excuse me, play around with it. And go ahead and play around with it. That's perfectly fine. You know, don't have to be perfect. The crust is easy to make. Like I said, you can experiment and try other types of cheesecakes that you like. You may want to do something with chocolate and maybe add some mascarpone cheese and put a little rum extract and some pistachios and some chocolate, and you have a cannoli type of a cheesecake thing. Don't be afraid to experiment and play around with it because it's your taste. I don't like being bogged down to like one way of doing things. Sometimes it's several ways of doing things and getting the same result or maybe something better. And sometimes it don't always come out so good, but that's okay. Even if it don't come out so good, you tried. See what you can do to add to it to make it even better, you know. Yes. So like I said, don't forget the gelatin. Love this. This is good for your hair, skin, nails. This is like taking some collagen in itself. You don't need to spend $95 for a thing of collagen. Just knock Jell-O. It's perfectly fine. You can use that too. And like I said, it's key lime juice. You can get this in the juice section or the baking section of any local grocery store. You can save this to add to your beverages if you like. You know, see, it's easy breezy. It doesn't have to be hard, doesn't have to be complicated at all to get your life back, to follow keto, to follow carnivore. If you're carnivore, have your meats, you know, always in the freezer, and experiment with different types of meats and organ meats, even if you're keto. You know, I'm getting used to eating beef liver because it's so nutritionally dense for the body, and I notice a difference when I do eat it. You know, so of course we can talk about various things in that realm all day, keto, carnivore, low carb. But what I enjoy about it, it has basically helped sustain me and improve aspects of my health. That's the blessing for me. I always say, even if I never lose another pound, and yes, I want to lose maybe 40 more pounds. I really would like to do that to get where I need to be because I'm kind of petite. I'm under 5'2", to get where I need to be. But if that never happens, I'm never stopping to doing this. That's for sure because it has tremendous benefits. That is for sure. So if that's an encouragement to any of you out there to follow, research. There are many gurus and people, of course, pick and choose and do what works and what's right for you. Because you have people that can do dirty keto and be perfectly fine, but they can still use the processed food from the grocery store and the aisles that say keto, and they can still use those products and still get results. You know, may not be for the long term, but eventually you, even within keto, you have to make sure you have a clean program, and it's not hard. You have the wonderful things that you really, really enjoy and love. Especially don't feel like you have to veer off from what you already eat in terms of think of what are your go-to foods when you get off from work. What are they? What do you like? If you like pizza, figure out how to make a keto pizza. I have some recipes if you go on my timeline and check those out. If you like chicken wings, chicken thighs, it's always better to eat the fattier meat. What can you do to make it more hearty? And of course, speaking of chicken wings, watch all the your sauces and things. Don't do the sauces. Make your own. It may sound tedious, but it's really not that bad. Or find stuff that's sugar-free, that don't have modified food starch, that don't have sugar in it. Make them yourself. It's not that bad, you know. It's easy to make buffalo wing sauce. Get your regular hot sauce and real butter, mix it together. That's your buffalo sauce to put on your wings. Make sure you're using the sprinkle seasoning. Sometimes they're sneaking sugar in and corn and what is it, corn syrup solids and all kinds of craziness. Make sure you're not buying seasonings that have those things in it, because that stuff affects your body. Like I said, it affects some people more than others, but I'm finding, yeah, as you get older, it jacks up your body. Then some of you are wondering why you're having issues with the arthritis, and you're having issues with certain things, or you're not healing as fast as you did before. You don't heal as fast, but at least when you follow this lifestyle as a lifestyle, I don't like to call it a diet, your body just does so much better. You know, and those of you that know me, see me in the street, out here in these streets, you know how I've improved dramatically. You know, so I just encourage you all to do the same thing. Feel free to contact me if you want me to be your personal coach and train you along the way. I'm pretty reasonable in my prices and everything. Just let me know. Don't be afraid to ask questions. You know, contact me. Feel free. It's about getting people healthy again. That's it. Thank you so much, and thank you for watching. This is Tina the Keto Coach, Friday Night Treats with Tina, and I will see you next week. Oh, and don't forget to look at my description so you can follow all my links, and please share, like, comment, and also subscribe to my channels, and especially Instagram. I want you all to amp up for me. Help me, because I do want to be an Amazon influencer. I want to do that, but I think I need a couple of more 100 people to go ahead and subscribe. So please go ahead and do that. Do that thing. Thank you so much, and you all have a fabulous, safe, happy, fun-filled weekend. And this is Tina the Keto Coach with Friday Night Treats with Tina. Thanks. Bye-bye.